After the tragic events involving the fire at Grenfell Tower in June 2017, many regulatory changes have been made in an attempt to prevent a similar disaster from ever happening again. A number of factors led to this being such a major incident. These included the building design and the combustibility of materials that were involved in its cladding and construction. In addition, there was no facility to mass evacuate a building that initially relied upon the stay-put policy. This all contributed to a fire that burned for over 60 hours and claimed the lives of 72 people. Proof Document B has been updated twice in recent years. This video will address the most recent update, which came into force on the 1st of December 2022. As with the introduction of any regulatory changes, there is a transitional period. Any application submitted prior to the 1st of December 2022 and with work commencing within 6 months will remain under the previous legislation. Applications submitted after the 1st of December 2022 will be subject to the requirements of the updated Part B. There are some key changes in this document to be aware of. All residential buildings with storeys above 18 metres now require the installation of an Evacuation Alert System, or EAS. This system is designed in accordance with BS 8629. It enables the fire and rescue services to mass evacuate any floor or even the entire building where a stay-put policy is insufficient to ensure the safety of life. The Grenfell inquiry highlighted the lack of on-site information that was available to fire and rescue services. Secure information boxes must now be installed to all residential buildings with storeys above 11 metres by the building's responsible person. The secure information box must contain information identifying the responsible person along with their contact details. The box must also contain copies of the building floor plan identifying the location of any firefighting equipment. It must also contain a single-page block plan which identifies key firefighting facilities such as dry risers. Under the Fire Safety Order, responsible persons have a duty to maintain any services and equipment that the fire service may need. This includes the secure information boxes. There is a complete ban on the use of combustible materials in and on the external walls of buildings. This is now extended to cover hotels, hostels and boarding houses, in addition to blocks of flats, hospitals, student accommodation and dormitories in boarding schools. Non-combustible cladding plays a critical role in ensuring the safety of a building and the people within that building. Fire suppression in the form of sprinklers has been proven to significantly slow down the progression of fire and save lives. It is therefore now mandatory to install sprinklers to any flats with storeys above 11 metres. This allows both building occupants and fire service crews valuable time to evacuate those at risk and to extinguish the fire. Every common stair within a residential building should be a protected stairway. Where the protected stairway passes from one compartment to another, it should be contained within a protected shaft, providing at least 60 minutes fire resistance. There is now greater emphasis on the protected stairway being in a protected shaft when it passes from one compartment to another. Compartmentation has been a feature for a number of years in flats. This has now been extended to include the compartmentation of floors between flats. However, this rule does not apply to floors within a flat. In buildings that include a residential purpose group with a storey of 11 metres or more, balconies should now only contain materials that are achieving class A1 or A2 S1. There are some exemptions for this, for example, electrical installations and fibre optic cables. Alternatively, they must have an imperforate soffit which extends to the full area of the balcony and achieves a minimum REI 30 rating. This should be constructed of materials achieving Class A2, S1 or better. For materials achieving Class B, S1 or worse, which extend beyond the boundary of a single compartment, a band of material rated Class A2, S1 or better should be included. This must be a minimum of 300 mm in width and centred on that boundary line. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel. Any questions, please call us on the number that's on screen now.